Okay, calm down. Calm down. We're back to it. Nirvana, Incesticide. Now, you tell me whether this is considered an album or a collection of B-sides, a collection of old material. Does that not classify as an album? We got 15 tunes on this record from what I'm aware. These are the lesser known numbers. Alright? We're going to get straight into it. You know who it is. It's dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Shout out to all you Nirvana heads for keeping the engagement flowing. What more can I say? This first one's entitled Dive. We're listening to the whole record. Let's bloody go. This loud enough for you, yeah? It's got the worst album artwork out of all of the albums. I don't make the rules. I wonder what new wave poly is. It's not sold it to me so far. Production wise, we're not as in your face as what we were on Nevermind. And I think we could potentially be verging more so on an in utero production style. But overall, I want to know the details of this record. Chris N, brackets bass player, said this was one of their favourites to play. Who the hell is Chris N? Right. Chris Novoselic. Yeah, I got blagged for a moment then. Shit. That was Dive in Me, Dive in Me. It was cool, they were grooving. Kurt's vocal on this, it was a bit too, you know what, I'll say it was a bit too, it was good, but it was a bit too basic. It was something I could hear in other rock bands. The classic Kurt twang wasn't present. We got Sliver coming up next, alright? I might fall for this one, Dive was alright though, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was alright, but, you know, I'm hoping we got room for improvement here, okay? Let's keep it moving. See you on the flip side, yeah? There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV. I'm buzzing. We're listening to Incesticide. Whoa, I only just seen that was the title of the record. I thought it was Insecticide. So edgy, man. So edgy. This one's Sliver. Goes out to all of you grunges. If you don't have a chain on your back pocket, I'm afraid you don't fit into the club, alright? This one's Sliver. Let's go. I know this one. Well, I've heard this one on the live performance live at Reading.
Mom and Dad went to a show. They dropped me off at
Grandpa Joe's.
I kicked and screamed, said please no. Grandma take me home. 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 I had to eat my dinner there. Mashed potatoes and stuff like that. I couldn't chew my meat good. Grandma take me home. 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 Said my daughter, stop crying. Go outside and ride your bike. That's what I did. I killed my dog. Grandma take me home. 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 After dinner I had ice cream. I fell asleep and watched TV. I woke up in my mother's arms. Grandma take me home. 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 Grandma take me home.
Powerful vocal there.
Grandma take me home. 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 While I'm alone.
That's a good tune. I like that one. That was better than Dive. Although it didn't get near as many views. Perhaps just because Dive's the start of the record. But yeah, very good. Very good. Sliver was a good tune. Catchy riff. Nice audible lyrics. Relatable in a sense. I mean, the commenters are saying, yeah, relatable. Stain is coming up next. Track number 3. Hold on tight. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV. This one's Stain. We're listening to Incesticide, the full album from start to finish. Let's go. Quite a punk rock number, this one, eh? Nirvana trying to do with this? This is a hard number. The riff is hard. The vocal performance is hard. Hammerstein is very punk rock. And the oh, we're moshing. Best Nirvana album of all time, says Just the Tip 556. And someone disagrees and says, nah, In Utero is their best album. Well, I got to disagree with them both and tell you that Nevermind is actually their best album. That's a mean riff. I'm a big fan of that riff. I think that riff is sick. Grohl's jamming out too, to be fair. That was a great tune. I mean, we've had two bangers back to back. Yeah, this album might be in competition for Best Nirvana record. You never know. It's got a different energy to it. Sliver, great tune. Stain, great tune. Which one do I prefer the most? I don't know. That riff makes me want to get my little dancing shoes on and go for a little mooch. To be fair, that was a good tune. This is good. We got Being a Sun coming up next. Hold on tight. Let's go. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV, Being a Sun, track number 4. Here, I've got high hopes, high expectations, a high ceiling to break through. Sliver was good, Stain was good, this one's Being a Sun. We're listening to the whole album, let's go. Someone mentioned in the comments of this, we've seen the live version of this at Live at Reading at this point. Somebody said in the comments that this was in regards to, I don't know, his father. Something to do with his father, yeah? Because Kurt Cobain had a sister. One thing I can't take away from this record, there's not been any lack of energy. It's been full speed ahead, great groove. Someone says, is this the only song with Dave on the album? So what's going on with the drums? Oh, this is a good one. Kurt was a feminist, remember that, Billy Crow says. Let's look at these 19 replies. He was also a master of the metaphor. It depends on what kind of feminism you're talking about. I'm sure he would be ashamed of the feminism of the new times, says Diogo Costa. Oh my God. Most of these songs are of under 2 minutes, to be fair. Later on in the record, we get to the long songs. We got a trail of 4 relatively long songs at the end.
Time to spare. She should have died when she was born. She should have worn the crown of thorns. She should have been a son. She should have been a son. She should have been a son. She should have been a son.
Quality. That was a good number, that. Being a son, that was a good number. Great energy. Great bop. Do we need any more? Do we need any more? I don't think so. Track number 5, Turnaround, coming up next. Alright. Come on. Whoa, straight into it. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Incesticide. This is track number 5 of a possible 15 numbers. It's entitled Turnaround. I've not heard this one. Let's go.
Take a step out of yourself and turn around. Take a look at who you are. It's pretty scary. So silly. It's revolting. You're not much. And if you're anything, take a step outside the city and you turn around. Take a look at who you are. It is revolting. You're really nowhere. So wasteful. So foolish. I'll become.
It's got a ton of punk energy, this record. It's brilliant. Underrated? Quite possibly.
Who said don't look back? Don't believe them. Go for that crazy sounding restaurant. 'Cause they're gonna try and get behind you. Don't you let them do it. You know what I'm talking about? You hear me talking? You hear me talking? It's pretty scary, baby. It's so revolting. It's pretty scary to me. It's so revolting. It's pretty scary to me. It's so revolting. It's pretty scary to me. It's so revolting. Take a step out of the country. Then you turn around. Take a look at what you are. And it's amazing. Take a good look. You're no big deal. You're so petty. It's life. Take a step outside the planet. Turn around and around. Turn around and around. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, the verging on spoken word vocal, very, early 80s hardcore punk. From where? I've no idea. But that early wave of bands that came about, just that carefree attitude. Production was definitely better. Tight band. Drumming was bold. Different production on that drums as to what we've had in the past. Just booming away. Boom, 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 boom. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Just beating away there on that. Tom, right? Well, Tom drums and snare drums. Dun, 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 dun. We got Molly's Lips coming up next at 1:55. I mean, this is a good record. This is a good record. I might revisit this record, I might revisit it. Molly's Lips coming up next, track number 6. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, KOTP TV, Molly's Lips. That's what we're listening to right about now. I've been enjoying this record so far. Let's jump straight in. Come on.
She said she'd take me anywhere. She'd take me anywhere. As long as she stays.
Is this a cover?
She said she'd take me anywhere. She'd take me anywhere. As long as I stay clean. Kiss, kiss Molly's lips.
It was a Vaseline song. Sounds like twee pop. Well, overtly distorted twee pop. That drumming's sweet. From start to finish, the drumming on this record's been just everything the band needed, really good. Great film. I just seen somebody stage dive head first into the ground. I got distracted there. That was great. As everyone in the comments is saying, 2 chords, it's all you need. I mean, that's songwriting 101. Everyone gets into songwriting, starts writing songs, starts overcomplicating it. And then when you learn how to write a song, you kill it all off. And you resort to your basics. 2 chords, a great melody, 2 sections, a verse section and a chorus section. We're done and dusted. That was great. Son of a Gun coming up next. All right, people. We're getting longer here at coming up to 2 minutes 48 seconds. Jeez Louise. Hold on tight, hold on tight. Yes, now bless, now don't forget rest now. Dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Incesticide, the full album. This one's entitled Son of a Gun. Let's go. This is a good record. This is a good record. I always need to check if these are covers in the comment section. It's a cover, the best cover Nirvana has done. Someone says this sounds like Minor Threat. It does not sound like Minor Threat whatsoever. The Vaseline. Turnaround is by Devo. This is the Vaselines apparently, eh? It's got a great vibe. It's got a great vibe. I like these songs because they remind me of a genre called twee pop. Sarah Records stuff. I like it because it don't take itself too serious. People couldn't necessarily play instruments. Obviously Nirvana could, but bands that just got together to create free chord, upbeat pop music, and not pop in the literal sense like radio pop, but just write good songs. Reminds me of that. That was a good number, that, son of a gun. Yeah, it was alright. I mean, it wasn't the best one on the record. And obviously it's a cover, so, I'm not going to comment too much on it, but what can I say? It's a cover. We got New Wave Polly coming up, so I wonder what this is going to be in relevance to the one we know of on Nevermind. Dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV. I'm curious about this one. Polly, New Wave. Let's jump in. I've been enjoying this record. This is a good record. Let's go. Track 8. Have they made it a punk number?
Wants a cracker. Think I should get off her first. Maybe she wants some water to put out the blowtorch. Isn't me? Haven't seen. Let me clear. Dirty wings. Let me take a ride. Hurt yourself. Want some help? Free myself. Got some rope. Haven't told. Promise you. Haven't you? Let me take a ride. Hurt yourself. Want some help? Free myself.
Someone says Polly heavy metal edit. Let's look at the comments. Punk. Polly, but she has a mohawk. Since you obviously don't know, welcome to punk, kid. I'm downvoting that comment. I'm disliking that comment. Cicada Smasher 8082. That's that. I whoever's behind that comment, I despise.
Molly wants a cracker. Maybe she would like more food. Ask me to untie her. She's a mean asshole feel. Isn't me? Haven't seen.
I like how it's punk rock, but they're keeping it in major key. So it's upbeat, joyful. A spring in your step, you know what I mean? It's not just mangy, hardcore, grebo stuff. This is a super cool record. This tickles me the right way, does this record? It tickles me the right way.
Let me clear. Dirty rings. Let me take a ride. Hurt yourself. Want some help? Free myself. Got some rope. Haven't told. Promise you. Haven't you? Let me take a ride. Hurt yourself. Want some help? Free myself.
It's the mosh section.
Polly says her back hurts. She just what it's me. She caught me off my guard. Mazes me no will of instinct. Isn't me? Haven't seen. Let me clip. Dirty wings. Let me take a ride. Hurt yourself. Want some help? Free myself. Got some rope. Haven't told. Promise you. Haven't you? Let me take a ride. Hurt yourself. Want some help? Free myself.
Quality. I was going to say a good cover. I mean, it's a good variation of Polly. I like that. It almost sounded sped up on the vocals, to be fair with you, but here we are. We've got Beeswax coming up next, 2 minutes 50. Let's keep it going. Yes, now, bless now, don't forget to rest now, people. You might see me in a different shirt come the next few tunes, purely as I need to go find myself some internet connection to upload some Patreon requests, alright? So, this one's Beeswax. And without further ado, this is track number 9 of 16 on Incesticide. Let's go.
Good in my
This one's crap so far. This is the worst track on the record. This guy says this album kills Nevermind in utero for a joke. Ooh, that's a bold statement. Abby says, no way man, this album had so little work put into it, it sounds so rushed. Every guitar riff sounds the same, every drum pattern sounds the same. The vocal sounds like he wanted to produce a piece of shh to see how well it would do. There are 2 good songs on this, Aneurysm and Beeswax. Bruh, if you're saying this is like one of the 2 good songs, you need to get lost, man. I mean, inventive vocals. Other than that, that was the worst track on the record. I didn't think that was that good. That's quite simply my opinion on that one. Too long, well, relatively it's too long. The riff wasn't great. I don't like dissonance. And there was no real melodic hook. Simple as. British. Simple as, right. I'll see you on the flip side, people. Hold on. Yes, now bless now. Bada bing, bada boom. Don't forget to rest now. dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Wow. Signing in. We're going to continue on listening to Incesticide. We're on track number 10 of 15. This one's entitled Downer. Let's go. They played a lot of these songs live, didn't they? This isn't a great one. I don't like this one much. Don't like the vocal line there on the verse section. Don't like the instrumental as a whole, really. Stayed in their set list through Nirvana's career. That wasn't a great song. I didn't think much to that one, people. I didn't think much to that one. I didn't like the music as a whole, didn't like the vocal line, and I didn't like the instrumental. Why they chose that one to be in the set list for good, supposedly, says the commenter. I've no idea, but I did see them play that at the Live in Reading set we watched. Right, we've got Mexican Seafood coming up. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV. This one is Mexican Seafood. We're listening to Incesticide, track 11 of 15. Hopefully this is better than Downer. Didn't think much to Downer. Let's go. Already I got an inkling it could be a cover. Maybe not. Someone says the OG choking victim. That is such a terrible statement. And Downer is like OG System of a Down. Terrible statements. Let me tell you something. Nirvana fans, let me speak to you. Last couple of songs have been rubbish. Absolute crap. This was rubbish. This was rubbish. I don't care about lyrics. Read the lyrics, man. You're missing out on so much, man. Not reading the lyrics. Don't care. I thought it was crap. Vocals weren't good. The music wasn't great as a whole. We got Hairspray Queen coming up next. Alright, we're listening to the whole record. If you've just signed in on this song in particular, I have been enjoying the record quite a lot, but nah. This throwaway track in the grand scheme of what Nirvana is. Hairspray Queen coming up. We got long music coming up next, alright? There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Incesticide. This is going to start to get a little bit lengthier now. So the last 4 tunes are all over 4 minutes long, as opposed to the hardcore punk blasts we've been having up until this moment. This one's Hairspray Queen, and I've always got to just double check if it's a cover. No one referencing that it's a cover as of yet. Let's go. Considering the song length, this might be a little more Nirvana than what we've heard. Sounds like Primus, doesn't it? Barney Bizer says, pure genius. Every part of this track, what grunge really was. And some people are saying, arguably my favourite Nirvana tune. Your favourite? Feels like it's speeding up like 1, 2, 3 BPM.
I was your mind, you were my mind, you were mine. I was your enemy, you were mine. I was your enemy, you were mine. I was well, your enemy. Midnight, wish forgotten. Midnight, where's the hardest? Midnight, disco god.
Grunge is to punk as heavy metal is to rock. Grunge is just experimental punk rock. Kurt was a punk, and you can see that on this album. And Bleach, Nirvana's not just grunge, man. I understand when it says Nirvana's not just grunge. I completely agree. But grunge is to punk as heavy metal is to rock. Grunge is just experimental punk rock. What? What? What are you on about? Grunge is experimental punk rock. No. No. Are you joking? Punk and grunge only share guitar as common characteristics. One is about society and the other is about dying and pain. Nirvana was 90% of the grunge. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Nirvana, in essence, is a punk band due to the characteristics and the perspective I personally have. So you might disagree, but somebody else might agree, dependent on their perspective as how they perceive the entity of Nirvana. Punk goes beyond a music genre, in my personal opinion, but it does help to sound like a punk band. Saying grunge is adjacent to punk is nonsense. We listened to Pearl Jam. That's like the least punk band of all time. Yuno says, I can see why this album didn't sell well. Still speeding up, it seems. That was Hairspray Queen. That was crap. That was so bad. That was really bad. That was really bad. This record has taken a turn for the worse, man. That was really bad. I mean, it's just what a band can sort of come up with on the fly. Just Nirvana have got a couple of quid to invest in a better production value. That was basically all it was. Vocal performance, yeah, it was pretty good, but it's just like, it's not a Nirvana song. It's just them making a bunch of racket for the sake of it. It's crap. Absolute rubbish. We got Aero Zeppelin coming up next, alright? Dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV. I hope these next few tunes are good. I hope they are. This one's Aero Zeppelin. Let's go. We're listening to the full record. Come on. This sounds grunge beyond Nirvana. This sounds like grunge as a whole, like the genre categorization. That's a grunge band. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. The vocal performance. Blending in that distortion there. So I just assume by the title, Aero Zeppelin, a little bit of Aerosmith, a little bit of Led Zeppelin. Is it, you know, what we're hearing now is an introduction to like more of a rock and roll style of collab between the members of the band? Is that why they call it that? That's hardcore. These dudes are trying to be madball right now. This came out before Set It Off, I think. Oh, Beans says, best Nirvana song, Fight Me. Wow. Tight chokes there on the drums. I hadn't heard that before. So, you could argue it's the case with all of the songs on this record, but if you were to play this song to somebody who had never heard of Nirvana, there's no chance in hell they'd think that this was like one of the greatest bands of all time. It just doesn't fit the standard, unfortunately. Don't fit, a little bit tongue-in-cheek. I guess the B-sides, I'm not fussed about this. I'm not fussed about the riffing. Dave Grohl had a tight way of playing that. I liked that it was hard. New York hardcore style, that was ignorant. Let's keep it moving. We've got Big Long Now coming up next, alright? Yes! Now. Bless now. Big Long Now. Not Big Short now. Not Small Short now. We're listening to track 14 of 15. We've been listening to the whole record. I'll tell you what, it's taken a turn for the worse, these so many past songs. Been rubbish. Absolute rubbish. This one's Big Long Now. I don't think this one's going to save it, to be honest. Arguably the most unique song in Kurt's library, says J-Dog the Beast. Man, if this is more unique than Hairspray Queen. Although I guess Hairspray Queen fits the band to some extent. You dig? This is good. This is good. It's quite morbid, and it's very heavy in its own way. This is grunge. This is really grunge. I like this. I like that descending turn around there. Quite hypnotic. Just goes around and around. How did this song on Aero Zeppelin not make it on Bleach? I don't get it. I think they're better than anything off In Utero, says Demon Lord 6956. Demon Lord, mate, that Aero Zeppelin track was rubbish. Rubbish. Yeah, that was alright. That was alright. I mean, it wasn't my taste, but that was a well put together tune, and instrumentally that was clean. I'm thinking if that was all open strings on the there's a black metal element to it, a grimness, a frostbitten, morbid melancholiness. We've got Aneurysm coming up to finish the record off. I'm looking forward to finishing this one off. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV. This one's Aneurysm, potentially. Track 15 of 15. We're going to finish this record off. There's only one way to do it, and that's with a bang. Hopefully this one's a good one. Let's go. Here we go. We're starting off with a riff. We've got a good riff here. Come on. Don't let me down. We heard this one at live at Reading. Yes. Come on. Punk rock. And that's the exact same rhythm and chord as the start of Teenage Kicks by the Undertones.
Come on over, do it best. Overdo it and have a fit. Love you so much, you made me sick. Come on over, do it best.
Them backing vocals sound a bit like The Offspring. Or am I thinking Sum 41? I think it's The Offspring, right?
Come on over, do the twist. Overdo it and have a fit. Love you so much, it makes me sick. Come on over, shoot the shit. Beat me
section. This is written like a pop song. Left the best to last. Quality bass line. Here we go. Arguably, as far as songwriting is concerned, the best track on the record. That, I mean, my favourites are like the brief 3-chord hardcore punk tunes, but that tune was really well written. That tune, given it was produced different, would very easily find its way on one of the big 3 records they did. So I'm going to do a video now in regards to my overview of this record, and we'll go from there, people. I'll give it a little rating, and I'll sign out.